Boneworks is easily one of my favorite VR games. It has great physics-based combat, tons of guns and melee weapons, oh yeah, and your fists. So let's see how good it really gets by pushing it to its worst. I'm the Bobinator531 and I'm here to find out, can you beat Boneworks with only your fists? There is only one rule, I can only damage things with my fists. And in the first few minutes, I fail. The answer is no, you cannot beat Boneworks with only your fists. Just kidding. I'm not counting any of the fucking around with physics I do. It just happens naturally. There's not really much to talk about in these first two levels. No enemies to kill, mostly just me doing psychotic things or cheating puzzles. I did cheat to see if these guns can kill you. They can't. Then I failed again when I had to use this balloon gun on myself. The challenge actually starts after I jump into this pipe in this garbage can. I spent far too long climbing these pipes just to find some ammo I can't use. Sometimes, I just turn into a toddler. Then, I encounter my first enemy. I gain the tactical advantage by putting a garbage can on his head. I give up on that and hold him down and beat him until he's dead. I thought locks would be a problem, but I guess not. I use my clever science brain to fool this turret. And then, I get fooled by this fake door. Enraged, I throw this monitor at the wall. Then I get a close-up view of what didn't happen in Tiananmen Square on April 15th, 1989. More mindless orange grunts to kill. Technically, headbutting isn't attacking with your fists, but I'm still gonna do it because it's fun as hell. I love how you can just cheat puzzles like this. You might notice me using the environment to kill some enemies. I figure it's not me killing them. I allegedly pushed them into this corruption shit and they just happen to die. Apparently you can't punch glass, so I just have to throw spare magazines at any glass I find. I encounter my first ranged enemy. These guys are pretty easy if you just rush them. They normally go down with 1 or 2 punches to the head. I helped this guy commit suicide, and that was the end of the first actual level. On to the next level, and this joker tries giving me a gun. Doesn't he know guns went out of style last year? This guy helped me out by pushing the button, so naturally, I killed him afterwards. Another thing about these gun guys is that you can just grab their body parts and completely stop them from doing anything. And I died for the first time. When you die, all your progress stays, you just move back a bit. I thought I was clever, climbing up here, but Jeffrey left the fucking door locked again. I swear, that guy just ruins everything. Here is the first Headcrab, and whoops, looks like I left the Ford Crab mod on. It doesn't change anything other than appearance and sound, so it's staying. This encounter was actually pretty tough. There's about 400 or so ranged enemies, so as a boxer, it's not exactly fair. I only died twice, but I'm a white American male, so I'm gonna complain about being slightly inconvenienced. I climb up to this rooftop-ish area, which lets me skip a ton of enemies. Pretty sure speedrunners use this too. And then I fight zombies for the first time. These guys are a bitch to kill. Honestly, I just avoid most of them throughout this playthrough. On to level 3. The classic sewer level, legally required to be in all games. This level is dark as shit, so I found this MP5 with a flashlight. This guy got a tactical nuke with only friendly fire before I ended him. Remember what I said about that MP5? Yeah, I lost it within a minute of finding it, so for your viewing pleasure, I spawned in a flashlight. Oh, fuck off with your booze, you'll be thanking me soon. After throwing off all their friends, I tried giving these guys an epileptic seizure, but sadly, it didn't work. And then I killed myself? I decided to risk my life on this metal thing for absolutely no reason. Seriously, all this did was waste time. I don't even know why I climbed up there since I have every item in the game already. For some reason during this level, I really had a fascination with grabbing people's legs. I swear I don't have a foot fetish. This fucking idiot got stuck inside me, which got me killed. Guess he also ripped my arm off because it disappeared for a bit. Once it came back, I took revenge on the fools that dare challenge me. I pushed this innocent man down the stairs, forever paralyzing him and ruining his bright future. I took a ride down the fun slide, and instead of a ball pit at the end, I ended up at some sort of warehouse. Someone must have spiked my coffee with some LSD this morning. Either that, or I suffered some major brain damage during that slide. This warehouse almost seemed familiar. In a way. I skipped the entire thing. I tried way too hard to throw this Fordlet over this fence. It wasn't worth it. This section was a bit troubling because of the sheer amount of enemies constantly shooting. I finally accomplished my life goal of becoming a train engineer. Then, I turned in my 2 weeks because it came with a lot less blowjobs than I expected. After I quit, I found myself stuck in the train station. I appear to have found some sort of ancient, barbaric technology. What savages using tools and weapons. Me? I prefer punching my way through everything. I spent far too long trying to cheese my way over this wall, but it worked out, and isn't that all that matters? I committed a felony by assaulting 4 random gentlemen and quickly made my escape. Another puzzle? I hate using my brain, it hurts too much. This was so easy, I struggled to even call it a puzzle. Just for that, I purposefully solved it wrong. I got to ride on the Fun Zone Express? It was horrible. After plugging this hole with my thingy, these little punks thought they could take me on. Yeah, they almost killed me. At this point, I stopped caring about any enemies. Is this against the rules? It's not me shooting. Well, it's not me shooting until it is. My video, my rules, it's fine. The enemies actually started to overwhelm me a bit, but I got to the next level. I punched this man in the head to see if he was a sleeping hobo or just dead. He was dead. This part was a bit harder because of all the armed guys. To a gaming god like me, child's play. I assisted a man in committing suicide again. Sure, he was unwilling, but the police won't know that. I don't even know why I bother opening these anymore. They'll never be useful to me. I helped another person in committing suicide, and watching this back, I'm beginning to understand why my family is worried and saying I'm a psychopath. They just haven't played VR yet, that's it. I had this cool idea in mind with this scaffolding and these guys, but it all went wrong oh so quickly. Then, I got to the best part of this whole game. And I forgot the goddamn... Oh, wait. No. It's right here. I started shadowboxing because I'm a fucking loser. And look, another weapon I can't use. I played a stupid game and almost won a stupid prize, but God himself stepped in, deciding I wasn't allowed to win in anything. I can't even win in failing. Time for the level I'm scared for. Every other level so far has been just point A to point B. In this level, you have to shoot these balls into this bigger ball. I'm too mature to make a joke about that. Each ball you shoot will cause more enemies to spawn. Infinitely. Did I mention aiming is a pain? Well, you know damn well if I can cheese something, I will. I pre-aimed all 4 of the cannons and quickly went through firing each one. Karma's a bitch though, and I missed this one. Twice. Once I eventually got it, I couldn't help but dance. I woke up in a dungeon, and the first thing I did was smack this fucker's head into my cell bars. Then I used his dead body to press this button and unlock the door. Tricked you, didn't I? I would never do that. I murdered every single one of these harmless people. I completely failed knocking this shelf over. Any other game would definitely stop you from doing stuff like this. I can see it. The end is nigh. These monsters think I'm gonna use these weapons? No way, Jose. And so it began. And I died. I can definitely get out of this. Give me a second. And there we go. Now how to get to the king. All the way around, and look. He even tried fighting back. How adorable. And that's how you skip pretty much an entire level. I already showed you this fight, so let me shorten it a bit. After a quick physics puzzle, the end is in sight. Surrounded with enemies and joined by friends, I decided to stand still. Then I booked it. Just a quick climb. Well, it was quick after I stopped using these stupid crowbars. What, you don't want to watch an entire clip of me climbing a ladder? Too bad. I guess I'll speed it up for you. And there we are. The end of the challenge. You can beat Boneworks with only your fists. Makes sense if you think about it. The game is all about physics-based combat. This wasn't too hard, but honestly it was pretty boring. I had to avoid quite a few enemies because I just can't take that many on. But I hope you liked this video as much as I liked making it for you, and I'll see you when you return. They always do, in the end.